Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another live session with Nana Ayebiafo Jnana, a mystic and a life coach. I hope you are doing good, sir.
Yeah, by the grace of God, we are doing well. We are fine.
We thank God. Today, our topic for today is very, I think, serious.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
People
I'm
have
ready.
been asking. During your teachings, since you came on social media, you always make mention of palmistry, karma, reincarnation, be it Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. You always mention of that. And you always say there are remote causes and immediate causes to things. And the remote causes are mostly our past lives. And all these sum up to be in our destiny. So if that's the case, destinies are always portrayed as fixed event. So why do we need to pray?
It's true. It's a serious serious topic. Yeah. So now we are talking about prayer. We are talking about destiny.
Yes.
We are talking about the reincarnation. We are talking about karma.
Yes.
So this is a very huge topic. But we will try to see how best that you meet me here now concise. Now you me the understanding now you know. So first thing they say, what is prayer? So prayer is adia obeye ana asema obeka na odi ahwehwe bibi. Ntino anamon bia obetu, especially in words or in thinking. Now what they ahwehwe bibi no is considered to be a prayer.
Okay.
Nti wo bisa say ya de ya no kan bibi ahwehwe bibi. Say ya dream bibi, ya da ahwehwe bibi no. Say destiny no ye fix there. It means bibi na metimi anya kan de me wonder da no. So what is the use or the need for me to pray? I think that's the question.
Yes, please.
Okay, so my member format, this way now I'm for intimacy. When we say destiny comes from the word destined. So things that are supposed to happen. So based on our previous life, there are things that are supposed to happen. So those things are what we term as destiny. So how do we create the destiny? We create the destiny based on previous actions. It is said that to every action, there is opposite and equal reaction. And then we say that you will reap what you sow. So if you sow something and you don't reap it, it means that law of reaping what you sow has not been fulfilled. If we believe that to every action there must be opposite and equal reaction, but many a times people perform some acts and there don't seem to be any equal result happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I have an example of somebody who kills people. The person killed whether with knife or cutlass with gun. The person kills people like that. But at the end of the day, he develops some stomach ache, and then that's the end. So where from this, the fulfillment of the law, that says that you will only reap what you have sown. So you look at it that if you want to use only this lifetime to assess the reality of the signs of reincarnation or karma or destiny, whatever it is, you might think that it is not true. Because there are many, many people that will perform some acts, but there wouldn't be any repercussion to that act before they die.
Yeah.
So meaning that very law or principle of you reaping what you sow has not been fulfilled. But the truth of the matter is that this is just a one life. And this is not the only life. There is a previous life and there will be a subsequent life. So now our life is based on the previous. Even the body in the first place was created based on the actions we perform in our previous life. That is the main reason why we have differences in the kind of body we possess. Why is somebody a female and someone a male? Why? Why somebody was born a tall man or a tall woman and somebody born a short woman or a short man or an average sized man or woman. Why is somebody born fair and someone born dark? Why is somebody born very intelligent and somebody born like a fool? Why some people born into very rich families and some people are born into a very horrible poor families? Why? I know the question you asked me is based on the Bible. And the Bible tells us that God is not partial. God is equal to all, right?
Yes.
So if God is equal to all, who is making this arrangement of these inequalities? Huh? Somebody would have wished to be an average sized person. Somebody would have wished to be a very tall person. Somebody would have wished to be a female by the male. Somebody would have wished to be dark, but it's fair. So what I'm saying here is that who is making all these arrangements to decide that you should be a man, but a tall man, very slim person, no strength in your body, lenga like that, and you become an average size or short person with whatever? Who is making that arrangement? There must be some supreme arrangement behind all these things. And what is the yardstick for these arrangements? In fact, these are questions people don't seem to be asking. As soon as you begin to ask these questions, then the answer will help you to understand the importance of understanding reincarnation and karma. Because without these two things, it becomes very difficult for us to understand the inequalities of life. Yeah. So now we've understood what a prayer means and destiny. So what is karma? What is reincarnation? Okay. Reincarnation means the soul taking on another body. Okay. So as you see me today, if I die and I have to come back to this world, I have to go and take another body. So that process is what is termed as reincarnation. So the re means again. Okay. Incarnate is into flesh. So reincarnation means back again into flesh. So the soul, you, me, we don't die. We don't have beginning. But because we have to live here, we have to possess this flesh for us to be able to contribute and do our own quota on this planet. So reincarnation is that the soul have to come back into a flesh like this. Okay, and karma means cause and effect. It means that there is an action, there must be a result. So the action and the result, the two is termed as karma. Okay? Action and reaction. Okay. That is termed as karma. That's the cause and the effect. When you cause something, there must be an effect of that cause. So karma is action and reaction. Destiny is things that you were supposed to suffer for, enjoy for, which did not come to pass, must come this time around. Why? Because you reap what you sow. To every action, there must be opposite and equal reaction. So here is the case. We have the remote causes and the immediate causes. So the remote causes of our life is 70%. The immediate causes is 30%. So the destiny is the remote cause. Something that you enacted so many years ago, that covers 70% of our life. Then the immediate cause is whatever you do today is the 30%. So yes, we have our destinies. There are many things that are fixed, we can't change. But there are some things that we are able to change. For instance, you can't change the mother and the father that will give birth to you. Right?
Yes.
You cannot change whether you be born a boy or a woman or a lady or girl. You can't change that. You cannot change the kind of family that you decide to have you as a child. Okay? The society that you be born into, you cannot decide any of this. So this is the remote cause, and that is the 70%. And based on the remote cause, there are some few things that will also affect our life in this lifetime. But our immediate cause is able to change things. So we are not robots. Destiny doesn't make you a robot. Destiny only gives you the result of the remote causes. But you, being a human being, you have a free will. So use your free will for the immediate causes to change things. So one of the ways of changing our remote, the result of our remote actions is prayer. You understand?
Okay.
The remote cause is the actions we perform in our previous life.
The unseen ones.
The unseen ones.
Okay.
There will be result to those remote causes. So those results will come now, but it is only 70%. The immediate causes are the things that we would choose to do now. That covers 30%. So our free will is not linked to karma. Our free will is not linked to destiny. Our free will belongs to us, and we have the right to decide what we want to use our free will for. So for instance, karma or destiny will make you a woman, will create a woman. That is from the remote causes. You can't do anything about it. But as a woman, how do you want to conduct yourself? That is not done by karma, but by your own current, actions, your free will. So yes, I'm a woman. I can decide to be a decent woman, live a nice life, grow up and get a husband. That is my free will. Even though my remote causes gave me the body of a woman, I have the right to behave properly. I will be a chaste woman. I will be very decent. I will not mess around with my own 30%. That is the free will. But I can also decide, okay, I'm a woman. Use what you have to get what you want. So, I will do whatever I want. Now that I have a woman body, any man that approaches me now, I'm ready to offer. I want to use my body to make money. So you end up spoiling your body by visiting men. You sell yourself. So the remote cause gave you the body of a woman. By the immediate cause, your own free will, you decided whether you wanted to use your body as a ashawo or as a chaste woman. So here's what people need to understand. Karma destiny is not making you a robot. They only cover 70% of your life. You need the remaining 30% for you to function as a human being. So you have the right to change your destiny with the 30% that you have power over.
In fact, the topic of free will is very controversial. So, someone said, if there is free will, then God doesn't know everything. If God knows everything, then there's no free will.
No, the whole point is that the person is speaking out of ignorance.
Okay.
The person is speaking out of ignorance. So, for instance, I'm a doctor. Mm-hmm. And I know very well that anybody that smokes 10 packets of cigarette a day, within 10 years, the person will have lungs issue.
Okay.
Okay? So I know that. So I'll tell you that if you continue smoking like this, you're going to have issue with your lungs. You use your free will, so doctor, I'm home. I'm going to cigarette behind your cigarette. You use your free will to go and kill yourself. You don't tell me the doctor was not aware. The doctor was aware. And the doctor is not controlling your life. Yes, on the administer medication to you, but he cannot control you. Say, don't smoke. Okay, so God gave you your own free will. That your free will decide what you want to do. But at the end of the day, God knows. So yes, the doctor knew you have a free will, and your free will is you want to smoke. The doctor knew that this smoking is going to end you in having lungs issue. You understand the whole point? So yes, God gave us our free will. But because he knows tomorrow, he knows that this guy is a stupid guy, he will not use his free will properly, he will go and do this nonsense, he will suffer. You get it? God knows. But he does not force you. Okay. Because he has been given your own free will. See, that's what people don't understand. God knows tomorrow. He knows 1,000 years to come. He knows all the things everybody will do. But he does not control your free will. You understand? So, even though he doesn't control your free will, he knows what you're going to do. Like the doctor doesn't control your free will, but he knows that because the way you are smoking, you will end up having cancer of the lungs. He knows. He knows you're going to have that because of what you're doing. So God has given us our free will, but he does not impose us to do what he wishes. But he knows that this guy, he will make good use of his free will. That one, he will not make good use of his free will. So because of that, this one will be this and that one will be that. And that's only with God.
Okay.
But for us, we don't seem to understand what is going to happen to us in the future, but we have power over our free will, so we must make good use of the free will.
Wow.
Yeah, so prayer is powerful. Prayer works because prayer forms part of the 30% of our own way of doing things. So if, for instance, we are engaged in doing something and we need the mercy of God, we can engage God through prayer. Okay? So it's not like we are like robots. We are being controlled by some remote control. So we don't have any right to do anything outside the box. No. Our free will gives us the permission to do anything outside the box. But it's up to us to make good use of it. Because see, if you don't use your free will properly, all the past karmas are coming, but the free will be able to help you to direct you. For instance, it is in your destiny that somebody is going to give you a very hot slap this morning. Mm-hmm. Why? Because maybe you will scratch his car with your motorbike. That is in your destiny. So you go out there, you go and scratch somebody's car with your motorbike, and the person slaps you. This is from the remote cause. It is coming from your previous life. But now you use your free will. Now how can this man slap me like that? This man, I look stouter than him. I can beat him. I will deal with him. You go back and slap him. Pine.
Created another one.
You create another subsequent reaction for you in the future. So the man said, okay, I cannot beat him. I'll take him to court. Then he go and report to police. When the police are better, this man is a rich man. Then true lawyer and he jail you. So your remote cause brought the slap. But from that slap going, the remote cause did not bring any contribution. It is your free will that caused you to be in jail, not because of your remote cause or your destiny.
Wow.
So this is how the whole thing is. For instance, the remote cause has created something for you called destiny, and that is you will get married at the age of 25. Now, say man now will be shared at the age of 25. Truth man no, in check, and you guys will be well. So the remote cause, your destiny, is telling you say a man is going to come at the age of 25. From there things will be fine. Now you are 25 years. A man comes into your life, looking at the man, so like, class. How can I go up for this man? Me, yes, no, I don't like him. And the room course and say, and now I'm say, why accept this? I didn't know. Now your current course and that's the immediate course, I create another thing. So the remote cause your destiny was giving your husband at the age of 25. So now from 25 years, be 35 and it be another opportunity about. To one area within that period, you could mess up your life. So you don't blame the destiny or your remote cause. You must blame the fact, say you use your free will not to accept the man. Think you said the man was not your class. That is not destiny. That is your free will.
Okay.
So like I'm saying, 70% of the things that happen to us is based on destiny. And those ones, you cannot change them.
So but why pray then? Are we to change God's mind?
You are not changing God's mind. What you are doing is that the remaining 30%, for you to accomplish any situation, you are using your free will properly by inviting the mercy of God to assist you.
Okay.
Prayer works in the sense that when you seek for something, you get it. Okay? But at times also, the destiny is so hard on you that even for you to even think of praying is even a difficult thing. You understand? Okay. Because your past life, probably you were such an evil person to the point that you never did anything for God. You were so evil. So even this lifetime, for you to even make good use of your free will by deciding of praying in the Quran will be very difficult. A part of the remote cause. And all will sum up to 70%. So henceforth, this is what I want people to understand. Anytime something happens to you, tell yourself, say, it is supposed to be part of my karma. But henceforth, and subsequently, the basino is based on my own free will. And you know, wakɔ adwuma mu, wokɔ adwuma mu sometimes bibi asi. Ade ni si ye na pɛ no na obi akɔdi ho kɔkɔnsa. Odi ho kɔkɔnsa na ye de ayi wadi. When you say it is part of your destiny. So they say ayi madi no, what am I supposed to do? Now use your free will to decide properly so that going forward you won't create more karma for yourself. The prayer there very effective. Even though God knows you, He knows tomorrow. On what's the number of free will? No, you have to continue using your free will. When you use free will, tomorrow you cannot blame anybody because in the first place, in all the remote costs,
Okay.
for you to come as a male, and for you to take birth as a female, for you to be a black man, a white man, a tall person, a short person, every size, and one person will choose to say that's what you want to do. So the scripture says, every action you perform, you are sowing your next body. They are saying in Ayat, we have been given a very big material, maybe 50 years material. And these 50 years, and from now to the time we will die, we are going to sew some clothes for ourselves. And this clothes is supposed to be our body. So every action we are performing, based on normal, we are sowing a new body. So when you so we are, nature will just make sure say you have to go and wear the body that you sown in your previous life. So you don't blame God. Say didn't think me person me your ba no. You mean a person obey your bema. A one who sow the body of a bema in your previous life. Then na person be very intelligent in class. Nanka bia who's a call him adio. So my bone can didn't ya. And you mean my bone yet. One person who sow the body of bone in your previous life.
Okay.
So all that is happening now. I know my air to 2 years. A yarn created here from our previous life. Those things in this year become sober, relax, reflect, and then try to decide properly. Because who decision I will take, and never complemented normal episode because only 70% and your own free will complement the 70%, every 100%, and send a normal to me, you're right.
So how then do we pray for it to work?
Yeah, so the whole point, and he said, you must first link yourself to the source of the prayer. Say, so person will be a boawa. For instance, a driver who a car. Now, what driver I know what could do to say be a nkoko okukumase. O car na be a wisi no be a mechanics e omu no so e be ankan hankwa na mechanics ni bi wo. O car na ko je o say nkoko. Very, very difficult pass obetimi afrem mechanic bi wa Accra ha say. Me pa cho me car asay e wo nkoko be yema me. Na mechanic ni betu car say oba be yamo. Before this mechanic will take the trouble of coming to you to come and repair your car, it means that when any relationship will be, and son of a daddy oil and abba yes, I would you want. And I mean what?
That's true.
Doesn't make sense.
Yes.
So, if you need somebody to assist you when you are in need, before you find yourself in that difficult situation, create relationship between that person. So when you need him, he come over. Some of us, we don't create that relationship with the mechanic. You know, because you hear you free no. You could do come baby. Na your car na say na your friend or some patch. I'm very busy. I can't come. Na mechanic call from a moment. When you should have created a relationship, you didn't do that. So I'm linking that to prayer. If you don't have any relationship with the absolute truth, God, you don't have any friendship with Him, you have not created any kind of relationship. Now, that is the truth. So you must first build a relationship. What do you say? Ghana what you see. Your judges, they are supposed to be very fair.
Yes.
Very fair. Okay. Nchiwanchiwa be the B the B. But if a judge be your downfall, we are very close to power. Maybe cry now mo konom some boom. You can join the same fraternity together. We are no boom. Now what some konanim. Now say one recruit no one say obedi asem no. Trust me, that person will be partial. Huh?
That's true.
It's a human tendency. This person is going to be partial because outside the courtroom, or no relationship. So at that point, we hear one obey you to say previous relationship no they are nice.
The relationship here.
I'm telling you, that relationship is so important, and in this time, I mean, in the regard of prayer, no, you must have some relationship with the person you will pray to when you have difficulties. Now that you don't have any difficulty, this is the time you must create that relationship. So that when there's time for you to need that person's attention, it becomes easier. So devotees don't even pray, and God responds to them.
Wow.
Yes. Because a devotee's life is he's constantly connected to God. And all that he's doing is that he tries as much as possible to please God. At times, he go overboard, normal against his own personal interest, just because he wants to please God. So anytime such a devotee is in a serious condition, in a precarious situation, God Almighty doesn't even wait for the devotee to request him, and dear Lord, help me. The Lord would descend instantaneously and help this devotee, because when he said, this devotee remains in a relationship, and it is my duty to go in and support him, because all this while he has been so close to me. So prayer works. What it means is either you don't have any relationship with God in the first place, or that thing you are demanding for, God knows it is not going to help you. So two things. Two things. First, you don't have any relationship with that personality now. Say because I boss be a fee, a be a suman be a fee, and I was what him now what friend no one be a what it means in say before say what cause that situation, you don't have any relationship with that source now. Say now would demand be a friend. Me out because only. And I say, yes, God knows you. You have that relationship with him. And as our power now would demand you have some kind of beautiful relationship. But because on your superior name ahead, and when you say I didn't know demand for no will not help you, so he will not offer.
So how do we create a relationship with God?
So there are many, many ways of doing that. First thing is that we call something self-realization. You must know yourself. We are just like a replica of God. So if you want to know God and you don't know yourself, it's not possible. You must first know who you are, why you are here, and where will you go from here. These are the basis of spiritual life. Where do you come from? Why are you here? Where will you go from here? So if you understand all these scenarios, you will definitely try to be a good person.
So guide us through. How do we understand those scenarios?
So first thing is that we are all human beings, and God has given us the intelligence to understand. So what kind of Bhagavad Gita say third vidi prani patina pari prasena sevaya o Predestined te gyanam gyani na statua dasena, which means just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master or somebody who knows. Inquire from him submissively. Render service unto him. And when he is pleased with you, he will offer you knowledge because he has seen the truth. So yes, this is the best way. Third vidi, you must approach. So all scriptures give us the formula how to approach God. But where I belong to, this is how you approach God. You must first understand who you are. Try to live a lifestyle in consonance with nature. Try not to be the cause of suffering to others. Don't be the pain in the hearts of people. Make sure say, it is you who suffer. You will not be the source of that suffering to the person. Who live like this, naturally, you begin to get closer to the Almighty. And then there are a lot of principles. Those ones you have to find from scriptures. So my side, there are 4 pillars I need to make sure, say, all the time I maintain my life. 4 main pillars. One of the pillars is truthfulness. I have to make sure that I'm always truthful.
Regardless.
I have to be truthful all the time. Because truthfulness is one of the pillars of religion. So if you're not truthful, you can't be a religious person. Second thing is that I have to be clean within and without. So yes, I wake up in the morning, I take my shower, I do my prayers. Within the day, if I visit the loom, I have to take a shower again. In the evening before I sleep, I have to take a shower again. So externally, I try to be clean. And then within myself, I try to be clean by thinking positive, not thinking evil, not planning to harm anybody. Even those that considered me to be an enemy, I try as much as possible within my mind to think positive for them, try how best I can serve them. So when you are doing like this one, it means that you are becoming clean within. Be very positive. Don't be negative against people. Try to wish people well. You see somebody happy, smile with the person. You see somebody sad, cry with the person. Always wish people good. When you are doing this, you are becoming clean within. So cleanliness is one pillar of religion that I try to maintain in my life. Then self-control. You must try to control yourself. So already, our senses are very difficult to control. At times, you are fasting, you don't want to eat. You see some nice food, something you have been craving for a very long time. You look at it, say fasting, I say 1 month. No self-control. Abia, you decided say you don't want to go out to be fornicating. You've seen a beautiful lady, until they need to hear us. Let's say again, help me. Obi, what taking vows say you don't want to engage in fornication, you end up going there because you can't control yourself. One who say, "Oh, you will be a juma." A juma na way, you know. Nipa no say scabi was or the man or the man more than that. Who here sky there? So we check here. I'm first can go. But hey, na say me na me mo bi sika na boros na nipa no de kwa be me den. Okay, let me control myself and then if I just sika de man na boros dey jiwade. So you have to try to control yourself. And there are things that self-control no emanema. So you have to be careful and then abstain from it. And then the last thing, no, mercifulness. We have to maintain mercy in our lives. Because you need mercy in your life, it means we can't be religious. Because first, we seek mercy from God. So if we are not merciful to those other living beings around us, then we are not even qualified to ask for mercy. So yes, first thing is truthfulness, cleanliness, self-control, and then mercifulness. These 4 things, you must try to follow them. There are things you can do. Life. For instance, if you want to maintain mercifulness in your life, you must avoid killing, causing harm to other beings.
Okay.
All the way to the point, say, so we're abstaining from killing animals, cutting down trees unnecessarily. Make sure you don't take anyone's life from him or her unnecessarily. That's the word on the line, unnecessarily. So to the point, say, yes, I have to be a vegetarian because I don't feel happy seeing the goat being slaughtered. I don't feel happy the cow being slaughtered. I'm not happy when I see people chasing after the chicken because it's Christmas. When Muslims are doing their own holy festival, they have to kill thousands and thousands of cows. I am not happy seeing these things. So what do? I go to the abattoir, the Mayanka. They are killing so many cows there. They are killing so many goats and sheep. I'm not happy with it. How do I help so that they stop these things? Okay, let me abstain from killing because I have so much mercy for human beings, and that kind of mercy is even extended to the other living beings, to the trees and the environment and all that. So I will not even eat meat so that I can have mercy on other living beings. Okay? Then when it comes to self-control, anytime you be taking any intoxicant, something that intoxicates you, be more tipsy, no? Or self-control, no, for instance, no matter how self-control you are, no matter how chaste you are, okobia ba na kokonum sana bro chekea. Dunya kopo na adwo no mema no be use rough. When you better na ho nyina so say, what happened? Because you were tipsy, no, you couldn't control yourself. Ordinarily, no, bianca bema we got na me umpo. But because you were under the influence of alcohol, no, you end up sleeping with the person. So now you bema na oko biaba konum sana oboa. One way I say ofo ma ho. When you beba also ni bako down pass. Because the point is when you are intoxicated, you cannot control yourself. How many of us because when you become intoxicated, you cannot control yourself. So I try as much as possible not to take any intoxication. So I don't take alcohol, I don't smoke either cigarette or India hemp, cocaine, heroin. I don't take any of these things. To the point, say even a day be a caffeine won't be I abstain from it. Something like coffee, tea, ordinary tea, a caffeine will be and I don't take them. May take it tea, be an herbal tea, and baby. I don't take those things. Okay? Instead of meeting your control. Because already, these are what is so intoxicating already. There's so much troubles in this world. Everybody is intoxicated. Everybody is aggressive. So we could add up more intoxicant to it. A man's situation is worse. So you must Apply self-control in your life if you're going to be a religious person. And those things are my own control. Okay? I learned say in Kremofo, right?
Yes.
Because I am intoxicated. But I know say they smoke cigarette. Mom cigarette that short time and bomb. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Mom India have been reading that no man. And bomuntin I am yes I know my am. Why do you say okay I will abstain from alcohol, but I will smoke cigarette? I don't seem to get it.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
No, serious, I don't get it. Because I'm very happy saying Kremofo and that's a very beautiful thing. But why do they smoke? Because I know, say, even in the hadith, Prophet can say, don't burn your money. And don't burn your money, some scholars say, it's not about you going to put your money in the fire. But if you buy anything with your money and you put fire into it, you are burning your money. So the Prophet in the Ali was telling Kremofo, say, don't smoke. So for mom smoke up in Kremofo. And I remember, Oko Arabic countries, yeah. Smoke huh? They smoke like anything. Nebo is very expensive. So why? The Prophet don't want you to smoke. He doesn't want you to get intoxicated. That's what I meant to alcohol. Why are you smoking? And many other religious groups also. Yeah, no nonsense, no cigarettes. Or top packet tobacco on Felipe don't know. Now you say on boba, a bowl. So like, if you want to be a religious person, you must abstain from anything ever control. Don't allow anything to control you. Try and control yourself. The idea now the Kubu system anymore. Ebema will control na form no. Abstain from it. Then when it comes to cleanliness, you must take a shower. You must bath the way I am. Before we are brushing no. Koya soro ba for inside and baby because your 9 gates, the 2 eyes, the 2 nostrils, 1 mouth, 2 ears, your anus, and then your private part. So they clean all that when they are doing ablution, which is very good. But yeah, they are not so baby you must completely take a bath before you go to worship. So you might be externally clean. And again, sex life is one of the things that cause uncleanness.
Okay.
Who you will be at? Who engage in sex all the time? Just after sex, how do you feel? Who you obey? Now what the area? Be no who's a mammy or yasha wodi. Obi any so yasha wodi could be not quite on and again obey kuku. Uba koto I didn't know Kuzoni.
Want me explaining about the numpe.
Obi say as soon as you gina kwan na obi any so mammy do yasha wodi. Town supply obi any no. Obi supply mo bi and papa na waye kuku si was kuku. You take a pass kuku pa you feel to say I do mean
maybe you need to but then
oh you need to but just because in the you into who you feel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you that sex not am I very unclean. At times we don't know. Especially when we engage in it too much. So if you want to be very clean, within and without, you must try to abstain from sex or you have to regulate your sex life. Okay, and then when it comes to truthfulness, there are many things, something like gambling. When you gamble, you can't be a truthful person. Every gambler is untruthful. You want to find ways and means to get money that you don't even deserve. That is untruthfulness. You want to go and put in 40 Ghana cedis, now come here say 60 billion. You put in 40 Ghana, no one has 60 billion. Mm-hmm. It's untruthful. Or business say business now no. Business is different from gambling. And even investment is different from gambling. Okay, gambling is the gambling is at the at the kete and because when you say the way the same that point if you have to lie or do anything to get that you're ready to do that.
Yeah.
And then yes, to maintain truthfulness, you have to abstain from many things, especially things that forces us not to be truthful. Something like gambling. So all these 4 pillars you must follow them. You must try to see that you fulfill all these obligations in religion. And some of what to me are transcend a practice spiritual life.
Okay.
So before we can practice spiritual life, we must first go through religion. Follow these 4 pillars. To me follow with him, you are qualified to start making progress in religion that will end you in spirituality. So you understand you are getting closer to God. The chinabu here, trust me, you don't have to ask, and God will provide it. You don't even have to even pray for protection. God will protect you. I decided I cry when no papa tifi. Now papa no ba no so na papa no ma wa nchen. Wa ye fi ho dwuma nyina wa ko kitchen na ko pra wa ye bibia wa to ntade so bibia. Odware wie pa, wona ka say Kofi wen. O ya later o mbeje osika na nko school. Because I cry no you so responsible say you the parent no you are forced to do your own responsibility. Ba oba no no sorry ye no she dem sa untinika ompie onye hwe. She dem sa de wa dilia o sorry odware wi ape no be dwanim. Papa me ma misika. O hwe na wanya hwe ofi ho. O man is kapa na how. So many of us na ye konya me anim kokekam bu nyankopon so no. It's just because we are not responsible kids. We are not responsible children. And anything that you feel is you mbisa nyame nyema yen. We are a responsible child that you don't need to even ask. God will give because we are responsible. You can't say obi say the Bible say mumisa na unsa beka. Go to Bible and find out say what did the Bible ask us to ask for. Or say seek ye the kingdom of God and its righteousness and all others will be added. The idea nyankopon si bisa no bisa nyankopon in the kingdom no unya bisa ni you don't need to ask for anything again. Whatever you need, it will be provided. This is science. Okay? So yes, if we want to start becoming effective in our prayers, we must be closer to God. And the process, and I said, try to be maintaining all the disciplines in your life. A friend, regulative principles of freedom. Regulative principles of freedom. And yeah, one I do. For freedom, but we be able to obey freedom. Obey freedom at the end of the day. So from there, your prayer become very effective. On Kasaya Krana, God want to do it for you because already you are connected to Him. Instead of for your prayer to work, you must have connection with the source. But depending on here, free. Okay. Have some relationship with that person. Have some connection with that person. So when you find yourself in difficulty, it is very easy for Him to assist you, even if you don't ask. As a Bobby can know because they want any relationship. So what I'm saying here is, for your prayer to become effective, you must have relationship with the person that will born by your child. Now, until when Antonio will say, there be as a moon. Okama name the then you pack I will be on the old born by one. Or no need any relationship, he will not mind you. As young people, you are born by your own tea when tea because you don't qualify for his response. Thank you.
Okay. So is there a distinction between prayer and meditation?
Yes. Prayer meditation, a 10 line in the womb. Normally, a prayer involve verbal utterance. You might say something. Literally, you have to say something to request for something or to say something. When it comes to meditation, it's basically mental.
Okay.
Basically mental. You have to be focused and then mentally think of whatever you want. Okay, so that is meditation. A slight, 10 line being a dentum. A meditation and prayer, and it looks alike, but they're the same.
So can we use the meditation to change the destiny?
Yes. Everything about us can be changed.
Okay.
By our free will. And our free will must be linked to the person who has the power to change destiny. That's God. So if your free will is intertwined with the free will of God, your destiny can be changed.
Okay.
You might be destined for something very terrible, negatively. But if your free will is intertwined with that of the Supreme Lord, He is able to change that. Or He might even reduce the intensity of the problem that you have to go through. It happens to us all the time, but at the time we don't know. So yes, prayer, meditation can change your destiny if it is linked to the source of creation.
See, destiny na yet me change and a specific one be
yeah, some destinies cannot be changed. Some can be changed. Like I said, a destiny of becoming a woman in this life, how can you change it?
Okay.
The destiny of you taking birth in the womb of this woman, you can't change that. So there are some destinies that cannot be changed, but some can be changed.
The reason why I asked this was that we are forecast now obino. What's the nipa be accident? It's nipa in two cars. Later on, I'm say yampaki. It's not say or paki car ni na eco tree.
Yes.
It's no say. And yet, I idea of me as a son, once a son.
Yeah. So you see the point. when I checked, I will nipa style mu say the first quarter of the year no. Obenya very terrible accident. And then o decided to onko krom kura na okofoka na okonya accident. Nipa making what ten fees onko bia na ne baba e wo car. One ne ba ne na accident. O te ne baba ne nchen because ne ba na wo ketwa e say ohwe no.
Okay.
Nti the baba no car baabi esi no ampaki nti na ase be ma no etu car no apaki o tu car na wu pan woman na mabube 8.
Wow.
I said that man pio metifie. There's another woman of free US eba Ghana last year December. Now on the forecast you say obenya accident you very careful. Do say abrochi you very careful sir until December no Ghana. According to no or say on ne bra ne girlfriend and omo nana and na take care nimu e wala pass. Do say wa drive wa kaka kra bi e wa duru fie. The road ramp kakra bi wo ha ofro ramp wo hu ne hu yanso the car na akoko wura obi fie. Say nye pillar bi ne si fie wa ka ko bi bedroom.
Wow.
What's that? I think and specifically on that very day now me can say be careful because accident is foreseen in your star. That is the day that thing happen. Na what 200 amount kakra because me chere no mo bitimi aye. And until at the end of the day no be biye no can. But you try haka na here ya because the nipa survival ma unjindi.
Okay.
So it means say yes. You were unable to change the destiny of you have an accident. But the result after the accident has been changed. It could be say ngese ko munyi na ewu okan.
Okay.
But because of home pioneer yin no. Destiny of you having an accident and happened there. But it was minimized. And for instance, will be a one in destiny say because of the accident. It be kind of name. What na film. Na nipa na bo home pioneer na why home bibi. But had accident next be in some bu no machine POP be 2-3 months time. Okay. Or don't they say you try name. But because something has been done about it, when you accident, they be and some bu and share POP. So destiny somehow no can be, reorganized if we have a source to the owner of creation. Now obey to me, Abama, no way to me assistant. But no be so hard or then you win to me assistant because it must happen because that is part of the whole thing.
Until lady now oko 2 car no. Anka our free will he had the advantage of you telling her what will happen. Janko free will not say still I mean 2 car now.
Mean 2 car now nka.
Okay.
By now I'm saying the free will no when to me and using it properly no.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Oh, wow.
And at times when the stars and it can be beside now there's some kind of force to be about so even at the end it was you don't have a
okay.
What I say?
Okay.
Because the star no are doing it easy. The star will push you. Say be the BC. But you'll be all your praying from now in the BC. Now you'll be able to direct your free will the NC. Okay. So there are many situations. A lot of people who are trying to be mom say we BC. Omu 200 and sikra. But BC will have a BC. But the results will be ideas and be a children can create be and yeah they too difficult for them to be able to handle. See, yes, there are some things you can change and some things you cannot change.
Okay. Ebi mo hwe for the first time omo bisa say na den kra na ye kan ho asem na change say. But you bit me ti ho kakra man say forecast ne.
Oh yeah, and the question say every year be no me obi a me. It is something I do for my members. And it is one serious way I made 7 members. The share I say from January to December, I give them information about guide them from day 1 to the last day in the year. I have a friend say forecast of the year. Me discussing many things. If you are not about to change your career, no matter what expected within your career, no, you have more information about it. And no matter about for busuan or family home. And no matter about your finances. And no matter about relationship. And no matter about your health. Make sure no matter what expected within the year. And members will tell you, those of you who are more shamia, my forecast, if this year or previous year, no, you can just greet me say forecast na me yema on how many percentages here ya 1 November and 20th November 2023 no. Tell us say akabo so me ne be na otwemienu na afi no akwawie. O forecast me dem 2023 no. O be grade me say how many percentage? So when we a new person, check the comments, you will see. So members are telling you, say, media is 60%, 80%, 100% in our because this information and tone fa. Yenya de no nya onyame account no. Enya da ebi na maso. I'm a psychic. I use your date of birth, your name to generate information about you. In fact, this year, next year, 2024, no major forecast for 5 years.
Okay.
Yes, people who are into business, who are into investment, also who say from up to 5 years, you know, what are the things I can do? No, I will give you that opportunity to have all the information. I basically within 5 years, and then now, said the bear will be to me at to no my. So, usually, no transformation members and forecasting a free of charge. There are many people who may be online. If you charge $700, $500, $600, $300, will be in the price of charge. All transformation members and forecasting a free of charge. Baby, I'll follow me. When you're a member now, per forecasting Libya. Check your website with www.jnana108.com. You better was here. Click the link and as soon as you only pay only $150 per. People are taking 700, 500, 800 and all that. And opa, ma obinye bi ma na je me so me de na compare say why na ma with detailed information. E ho na wo obi a ope 5 years so a the amount 1 year and 5 years we betimi select bi. The 1 year forecast and the all members they free of charge. But ope 5 years then you have to go on the platform and then go and request for it. The members in the bomb best 40% discount for the 5 years. 1 year they because they need a free of charge. But more members in 1 year they know $150 on the platforms, even though others are giving for 700, 500, 600, and it's 300, they 150 per. And I'll give you very detailed information. Open 5 years as a transformation member, you can go on the platform. When your members for 5 years, no wait to me, I request for it. Now in fact, from Neiko and I may up to 31st December, now must stop it the request because January I say me take it time. Now me they drafty BBB and me drafty BBB every. Now me send you be at the money we are now. Now say be at to say people can go ahead and request. Okay. You will tell me from now, will tell me up to 31st of December 2023. Now you can go on the platform www.jnana108.com. Eguasi has it. Now I can request it for 1 year forecast or your 5 years forecast. And into the one case I will be and now pa for her video I may year no 3rd January 2023. And no one can say BC it will be a see we okay, we understand it. Thank you, sir.
But all specifics. If you are say on per se the whole life or a business specific forecast for their business. Specific forecast for their relationship and also
no quite say forecast na kasa may amount may all those angles at the amount
nini boom
by making business na ma trade all the information you're supposed to know about business.
Okay,
na ma call relationship na ma trade every information about relationship.
Cheap
na ma too cheap. We are making we are 20 pages, 30 pages, 40 pages in our.
My dream says specific, no, our charges are 100 and we.
That be together and I charge 150.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel say a service. And I can serve people. So it's not about just making money. Say it's kind of the members are more daily. Just imagine say members back 20,000 a year. Now will be $300 guys. But all these years since 2017, a free of charge minimum be if you are no be donation be I get 10 cedis, be get 15 cedis, be I get $50 be. And here from Kofakum no money. But I don't charge anybody. Okay. Think I may be a millionaire. So 20,000 people will be a $100. As I check in a card, come on, second one.
1 million, no.
Can be a millionaire. $100 times 20,000. $2 million. Fair? Can be a millionaire. By a free of charge. No. It's not about money. Maybe I believe in service than money. Service will generate money. No two ways about it. When you serve, something is be or you do him no on Papa and Sakwa. So we are service be beba. Now the entire mean any free no website and develop on a wedding. Money website and easy to manage. All these things, you know, we any free at the end of the day, no baboka. As I say, you be now. You to me, a sort out website, no, nipo be or be manage all that. It's just 150 in the big to be a day show. Now, was a come message in the information we now tell who we are because we're there. Papa, we know we're full.
You tell me, who websites be lady be these Western
if we be
$50 for just relationship.
Yes.
And I know 1 month.
1 month, you know. To be 1 month to pay 50. Don't you pay 12 months at time saying 50 times 12.
Yes.
Wow. And suddenly only one. The relationship, you know, over career, over health, over family, over finance.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, now we pay more than $1,000. I know. But I remember they are not beginning together. First thing, remember what Ayebiafo said, the star of your personality.
Okay.
One kasano nipa kwa woye. If you body need the component, the will minerals, the will body more. Ebia wa lakete ya debi how you metro. Do you hear that personality side? Then now I come to proper. No matter what expected henceforth. And no come actually be summarizing together the whole year. Now the whole 5 years, these are the things you expect. Then I call career. You say 5 years now, me career for 5 years. So 2024, expect this. 2025, this. 2026, 27, 28, like that. Then we descend down to relationship. 2024, this is your relationship. What did you expect? 25, 26, like that. About finance, about business, about health. If you're I know it's a big woman. The year no quan bands on a befa, obey to me, I energize an album. The year no quan bands on a befa, obey to my album. I will provide suggested remedies. I'll be to me a man. This you don't get to do. But like I'm saying to me, I'm so much concerned with service. I want to render this service for people. And I know say unya information we're not me guide who ye. Na normal to me ko ye ma na wo da nyame ase am so me nya sa ase da ni bi. But you me any free of charge because of it comes with some cost. How to even manage your website. You can educate all that and you have to pay something.
But the way I did. What catch will be future, no man remedy.
It's true.
So thank you for your service.
God bless you, sir.
And how does one join the transformation?
Okay, so transformation, no. Oko Facebook, where you're following me, you call about 200,000. I think it was 150 something thousand. My name did I make us a na obiswa creative with the same name. This is here, I mean, okay, say, and 20th November 2023. Oko online. You have more than 150,000 following. It was a key for transformations. Now, who and what? You go there, and then we'll follow you first. Then, who say your office number or you send a message to that number and it's up a joining group now. Office phone number say country ben our. Say Ghana our origin bank. Now your amount, so our region and our country on is a whole number. Now contact you say you want to be added. By any group, you take you with details, with date of birth, with picture, all those information. If we are, you ID card, so you have to pay for the registration because of all this, including the ID card. What I know is say, oh, Ghana has 100 Ghana cedis, but because say mobile money no send there, almost year, almost I think say 102 cedis or so. What other places are price need differ based on currency or use and you're free. Yeah, in this kind of way, but we are generate an ID card for you. So ID card, what they call by BR transformation, where you can be accepted. And right, many UK for any meeting. The man say, oh no UK, and na yere ewo Ghana no Washington region. You see, na yere na ba be kan ho ewo UK ho. And into see no okura ni ID card into no UK for na gina to be a member. I know many members of Motutu Kwine. Just for the fact that we are members, we support from our members. There are a lot of benefits so we are member. We join here. If you also want to join any WhatsApp group, you can follow us. Or call YouTube. Your channel is Transformation Era. Or call your TikTok. Me the Genesis does. Transformation. So do it me follow you. Now what's your name because they are in need. Your tires are be our social media. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And don't forget the website www.janachachus-108.com. Request for your forecast and trust me, you come with a testimony. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Goodbye.